All right, everyone, welcome. Good to see you. Very good to see you. I'm Yaron Golan, co-founder of Points of View, and I'm excited to be here with you today. Actually, every session, I feel a big privilege for so many people coming from different parts of the world. I saw in the chat, we have here people from Mexico, Finland, Singapore, Italy, all over. It's amazing. Thank you, not only for signing up for this event, but actually really coming. And I promise you, as some of you already know Points of View, you can expect to have a very special session today. And the session theme of the day, it's reflection in action. And I will tell you all about it in a few minutes. And as you know, or if you don't know, Points of View activities, Points of View gatherings, live experiences are deep, and they are really will make you think and look at things from a different perspective. And at the same time that they are powerful and deep, they are also fun, and they bring joy by looking at things with yourself, and also with connecting with people from all over the world that you don't know, that maybe you will not even have an additional conversation with them. And for a few minutes, you will see for yourself today to have the ability to connect with someone that you don't know, heart to heart, and without really know your resume and CV, but really to know you, to look at you. It's a magic, and we will all going to experience it today. Actually, I'm not going to experience it because I'm facilitating it, but you are going to experience it, and I'm really happy for you. Okay, so by the way, just for us to know, because at one point we are going to connect you with each other, probably Mayan and Marek already told you, you can add to your name if you are new to Points of View, if you are a tribe member, and this will help us to connect you, to mix you with some new and tribe members. So just a brief introduction about myself. I'm Yaron Golan, co-founder and CEO of Points of View. I'm 45. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be 46 years old. I'm coming from academic background of psychology and business management, a life and a business coach. I'm a father of 3 little boys. My oldest son is almost 7, and my smallest, my youngest is 3 years old. I'm married to Einat, so this is me. And as you can notice, English is not my native language. And I'm saying it because it's not the native language of many of us here. Some of us sometimes feel uncomfortable to talk and to share, but I want to tell you, you are in a very good company. And you will see also today, you are going to have a chance to express yourself, to bring yourself, and to find a way to be understood, like I'm doing. And I promise you, it's a powerful process by itself. So take the stage today. We are going to have the time when we will have the time to share. Let go of all the, maybe if you have the thoughts about your English, let it go. And I promise you, there is a chance you'll be understood like never before. So do it. Okay, so a little bit about Points of View. In Points of View, we are opening hearts, we are breaking patterns, and we are creating a very unique, deep sense of belonging. This is what we do. We have tools that we are developing that are based on images and metaphors, physical tools, some of them digital, like the one we are going to use today. We have workshops. We have an online workshop, 7 days retreat. We have for personal transformation and for professional know-how, all kind. And again, we don't deliver content. If you want content, you can find in Google or many other professionals who are masters in deliver content. Here in Points of View, our specialty is we know how to deliver experience. We believe that an experience, a good experience, it's an art. And when we are delivering a good experience, it's transforming, it's triggering all the senses inside, outside, and this is where personal transformation starts. And this is what we do in Points of View. So beside the workshop, we also have academy where we teach other professionals our method, how to use our tools, and some of them also become Points of View certified facilitators. Last thing about Points of View, more than the tools and the workshop, Points of View, it's a global movement. And this is what you guys can see here, and you're going to feel it today. It's about beautiful people from all around the world who are coming with open heart to pay it forward, to do good, to spread goodness in the world, and this is what we are all about. And the last thing I want to tell you about points of view, which is relevant to our activity today, it's the double meaning of our name. I don't know if you know this, but points of view written Y-O-U, but it sounds like points of view. And this play between the words tells all about points of view. First, it's about points of view, the way we are looking at things, the understanding that we all have limited perspective. Physically, think about it, in every given moment, we can see only about 180 degrees straight forward where we are looking. And at the same time, we have another 180 degrees behind us that don't exist because we don't see them. Now, even if I don't see the beautiful mask from Japan that I have behind me, it doesn't mean that it's not there, okay? All the things that we are sure of, all of our patterns, all of the logic that we have are the fixed point of view that usually we are looking at. All the moments of discovery, of insights, where suddenly you understand something are coming from our blind spots, from those angles that usually we don't see, we are not connected to. And in points of view, this is what we are doing. We are helping participants who are using our tools in our workshop. And also today, we are helping you to expand your point of view, to look at yourself and at your life from different angles, from different perspectives, to really notice the nuances, because once it happens, suddenly you are going to have many more possibilities that sometimes are not exist because you are not aware that we are looking from things from limited perspective. This is about points of view, and there is points of you, Y-O-U. You, Isabel, and you, Jana, and you, Will, and me, our own and authentic points of view. And it starts with the question that I want you to resonate during the session today. How much in our life do we really bring ourselves as we are, our own and authentic point of view? And one of the things that we are going to do today, and again, today it's not even a workshop, it's only a short experience, so I'm limited of what I can give you, but it's going to be powerful enough. Even today, I'm inviting you during the process, during your reflection in action, to ask yourself those things that you are going to talk with yourself today, the things that you are sure of, and every day you are waking up with your exclamation mark, are those things really a part of who you are? How many of those things and this internal conversation that you have with yourself about what you should do, how you should be, how much of it really yours, and how much of it belongs to your mother or to your father, or maybe even to you, but who you were before, a year ago, or before the pandemic, but it's not relevant to you anymore. This is what we do in our workshop. This is what I will do with tools. Not only this inner research, but also to have the space where you can really bring authentically who you are and express yourself in a safe environment when people can really see you as you are. So this is a little bit about points of view, and a few things about the session today. First of all, the session today, it's reflection in action. And reflection, I think maybe it's one of the most identified word with points of view. This is the essence of what we do here in points of view. And for us, reflection is the key for self-awareness. By reflecting at ourselves, at our lives, this is where we can notice our patterns, we can notice our feelings, we can notice our strengths, our difficulties, our challenges, but this is where it starts, when we are taking the time to reflect and to look at ourselves, at our relationships, at our lives. And three things that we are going to use today, three tips that will help all of us to reflect. One, in order to reflect at ourselves, one of the things that we need to do, we need to create some kind of a distance. We need to take a deep breath and to go a little bit back so we are able to look at things, not that they are so close to us and we cannot see anything, but really to have a distance. This is where we can really observe the nuances and look at things from the outside. When we are looking at things from the outside, this is where we can notice lots of things that most of the time we are just missing. This is what we are going to do today. And the second thing is, and this is a very important thing, it's to allow all feelings and all emotions to come to the surface. In order to be willing to go into a reflection mode, I need to be willing to feel whatever will come. Many times when some negative emotion comes to the surface, automatically we are trying to avoid it. If I feel sad, if I feel frustrated, if I feel pain, if I feel anger, many times I'm trying to avoid it by doing something else and occupying myself. But if I want to open my heart, if I want to be connected to the positive emotions, I need to be willing to connect also to the negative. They are coming in the same pipe, in the same channel. I cannot open myself only for the good emotions and neglect the other ones. They are coming together. And once we are willing to experience everything, this is where we can live our life to the fullest. So today, I'm inviting you in this reflection mode. If something comes, even if in the beginning it feels like too much, take a deep breath, let it just be, and let's see what will happen during the session. And the third thing, in order for us today to make the best out of this session, it's to ask questions. Questions are a wonderful tool to help us reflect and look at things from different angles. We are going to learn today a little bit how to ask questions with points of view. You are going to have a chance to play with each other and ask questions. Maybe even more importantly than ask questions, it's to go into a state of mind mode of changing the exclamation mark into a question mark. Putting a question mark in this next 60 minutes, 70 minutes on everything that you are feeling, thinking. Don't take it for granted. Don't identify with it. Don't say this is what it is. No, maybe it's not what it is. Maybe it's not. So I'm inviting you in the next 60, 70 minutes to put a question mark on whatever comes and just observe it and reflect on that. And then you will decide if you continue what you thought before, or maybe your perspective will be changed. So we have two objectives. One, connected to what I just shared, to give you the time and the quality space, safe space to take a time out, to slow down, breathe, and to meet with yourself from a different angle and just to reflect. No result-oriented, no mission-oriented, nothing, just to be. This is our first objective. And the second one, for those of you who are new to points of view, and I think we have a few over here, welcome, to give you a small taste of the points of view tools and method, and again, to give you a taste. All right? So a few things, logistics before we start. What is the time? I'm on schedule. Yes. Okay, a few things. We are going to walk in the main room like we are doing now when we are all together, and we are going to go to breakout rooms at one point. I want to tell you something. Usually, when we get to the breakout room, suddenly everybody, or not everybody, but suddenly these are when people need to leave. And first of all, I respect it. I understand it. I know that, again, our automatic point of view, when we need to share, we need to connect with somebody that we don't know, I don't have the patience, I don't have the power, let me go, I have to go, bye-bye. It's fine. It's okay if you will do it. I respect it. But again, I'm inviting you today in this session. You have a chance to go out of your automatic pilot. You have a chance to break a pattern and something will happen. So I'm inviting you, and I promise you, this is my word, and you can tell me in the end of the session, I promise you that if you will give it a chance, for those of you who are sometimes find it difficult and disappearing, deal with it today, face it, see for yourself what will happen when you will stay in the breakout room, have a conversation with someone that you don't know. I promise you, you will get a big value from it. And if not, you can tell me in the end of the session, Yaron, I'm angry, I didn't get the value, I will apologize in front of everybody. Okay, so please, for those of you who is challenging, I'm challenging you, give it a shot. Okay, camera, microphone, points of view, it's all about visual. It's a lot about looking at ourselves, showing up. I know, again, also for some of you, you're in your pajama. Some of you, you're still with your makeup after a long day. Some of you without a makeup. Doesn't matter. Allow yourself to be as you are. I promise you, you are beautiful. You are perfect exactly as you are. you just have to bring it. So for those of you with the camera off, please, I'm crossing my fingers, click the camera, let us see you however you are. Airplane mode, silence mode, make sure that you have a good surrounding to go into the process and to allow yourself to really reflect and nobody disturbs you. And again, the safe space works for both sides. My job and my team, Marianne and Mark, is to create a space for you to open up, to share, to connect by giving the instructions and everything, but it's your job as well. When you're going to have the time to work with each other, please be gentle with each other. Remember that maybe the person who is now talking, it's not easy for them to talk about what they're talking and to share. And just let's keep in mind to support silently with each other and to create for all of us the space to be and to bring whatever we feel at the moment. And that's it. I think we are ready to rock and roll, or if to be more precise, not rock and roll, we are ready to pause. In points of view, we have an amazing, powerful method of 4 stages. And every activity that we are doing, we are starting with this first stage. And the first stage of our method, it's pausing, taking a time out. You remember a few minutes ago, I told you that in order to reflect, we need to take a distance. By taking a time out and pausing, this is what allows us to really detach from what is happening, to connect to ourselves, and to take us into a reflection mode. In points of view, the way that we are doing it, we are using music. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to sit comfortably. If you want, you can even lay down. Sit however you want. My recommendation is to sit with your back straight, but again, it can be anywhere you want. You're going to close your eyes. We are going to put a beautiful piece of music of 4.5 minutes, and let the music take you. It's music with lyrics also. We chose the music also as a part of the process. You can let the music take you away, wherever it will take you, but also, if it's a possibility, I want you to have an inside person, which is you, that looking at how you feel, and looking at, observing at how you feel, observing at what thoughts come into your mind, of observing someone inside of you that is looking at you from a distance. Sometimes when you remember this instruction, just remind yourself and try to move from your regular point of view to look a little bit outside and look at you, at the environment, and then come back. That's all. Sit comfortably. Put your phone on silence. Let's start. When we are going to come back, we are going to start and play and use the tools and try. So see you in 4.5 minutes. Enjoy.
Now I feel
Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, so we are going to start the process. And actually the process already started. Now we are going to work with it because the stage where we are now, I would like you to decide where or what would you like to reflect in the next hour. Maybe you already know it. Maybe during the sounds and the music and the pause, you already have something in mind that is the thing that you really want to observe. And it can be anything that you are struggling with in your life at the moment, something about yourself, about the decisions that you need to make, a change that you are longing to, a relationship. It can be whatever you want. And again, you don't have to share with nobody. It's for you. So let's take the next 2-3 minutes. I would like you to, first of all, write down freestyle, no filter. Just write down for yourself, what is your issue? What is this thing that really, it's the one that you want to observe and to maybe have a different observation about. And when you are writing down, I want you to write your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your struggling. Take 2-3 minutes, write on a piece of paper whatever comes to mind, and then I will take you forward. So, freestyle, what's your issue today and now? Write it down. Right. And as you are writing, I would like you, maybe if it's possible for you, to summarize it in 2-3 sentences, your issue. Try to be as much as clear and precise and not general. So for example, if you are working in a relationship, don't leave it in a sentence, my relationship doesn't work. No. Be specific, my relationship with my wife in the last few months, and I really want to understand what, be specific, 2-3 sentences, describe your issue that you focus your reflection today. Please write it down. Great. First of all, thank you. I see that many of you opened your camera, so thank you for that. And great, you can keep on writing. And now I'm going to take you to the next level. I would like you to find a question that you need to define, and I will give you a guidance that will help you examine and really reflect on this issue. A question that will help you expand your point of view, maybe to observe some kind of an aspect of your issue. And I'll give you some guidelines about the question. Again, today it's a taste. I don't have the time, I'm sorry, but I'm going to give you enough ideas of how to start. So when I'm asking you to write a question, it can be any question, first of all. A question that you feel and think that can help you explore your theme, your tema. But in order to make it simple, the question needs to be short and clear. When you're going to write it down, you will notice that many times when we are starting to write a question, it becomes long and it becomes complicated and we are getting lost. The question needs to be short, if you ask me, not more than 5 words, 6 words, maximum 1 sentence. Ideally, 5 words. A question that you feel and think can help you observe and examine and expand your theme. The second instruction about the question, I want you to notice that you can ask many kinds of questions, but if I divide it into 3, you can ask questions that related to the past. What happened in the past regarding your issue? What didn't work? What happened when you just started? What things that got to do with the past? Another questions can be about things in the present. What is working for me right now? What's not working for me right now? What do I have? What I don't have? What do I miss? What do I need? What's stopping me? What do I need to leave behind? Okay, questions that will help you explore your theme from a perspective of now, what is happening now. And the third option is to ask yourself questions about the future. Questions about the future, by the way, automatically many times helping us to raise our head to the horizon and to be more optimistic and to look for more solutions and ideas. For example, what am I inviting into my life? For example, again, I don't want to give you an example because I want you to think about it yourself. Now, I would like you to start with your first question for today. I want you to choose a question, either one, but not about the future. If you can ask a question yourself about past or present, that will be ideal. Take 2 minutes and phrase this question for you that will help you start your reflection and exploration journey with points of view. Just write it down for yourself. Make sure it's short, clear. Last thing about the question, when you start, it's okay. Also, it needs to be an open question that makes you think and makes the wheel turn, and not a yes or no question. A question, should I leave? Or should I stay? Or should I quit? It's something different. It's not a tarot session. Here it's more reflection and awareness, and it's about really connecting to ourselves. So you need to find a question that will open up the possibilities and not narrow them down. Okay, and Mayan, by the way, also shared with you in the chat some ideas about questions that you can use. Yes, how is it possible for me to grow my own business? Great, or this is a great way. And I'm going to ask you to share the questions, so thank you. Didem, I hope I said your name, pronounce it correctly. How is it possible to grow my own business? It's a good question. Or what needs to happen for me to grow my business? Again, this is a great question. I'm just giving you more ideas. What's preventing me or what's stopping me from growing my business? Or what do I need to be aware of in order to grow my business? Where should I focus myself in order to grow my business? But this is a great question. Am I enough now? It's a good question, but again, it has to have a context. If you don't have a theme, then it's too open. Am I enough now? And and again, am I enough now? It's more yes or no question. The answer is either yes, you are enough, or no, you're not enough. Okay, so I would like you to use the enough theme that you brought, but maybe ask it in a way that will not be yes or no, that will help you explore how you're feeling in a relationship or with yourself regarding being enough. Okay, the decisions I am taking, what do they say about me? Okay. By the way, Mayan and Marek, if you have any thoughts and observation, feel free also to add. The question, Corinne, how do I want to feel when I wake up in the morning and engage my day? It's too long. Because when you ask this question and it gets too long, you are missing the spot. Try to find a way to ask the same question, but in half of the length. It's possible. Why do I wait until the last moment to complete something? Okay, this is one, for example, I'm putting this, Gina, I put it in my word. What's preventing me from doing what I want to do? What can help me, or what will support me to complete what I need to do? What will help me not to wait to the last minute? for example. Okay, I think you got it. And again, first of all, it's not that I know the questions that you don't know. The questions that you're asking are good enough. I'm just giving you my point of view. And again, stay with the question that will stay with you, that really resonated with you. How can I improve my marriage? Great question. And there are many questions that you can ask about marriage, by the way. For example, a question can be, what do I bring into our marriage? What do I bring into our relationship? Also, an interesting question can be, what is my husband or my wife or my partner brings to the relationship? Great, I think you got it. And unless somebody have another question, and if you want, you can just unmute yourself and speak up. But I think you got it. And again, we'll start to work, and you will see for yourself. You will know if it's a precise question or not. I'm going to share my screen for a moment. In a minute, Mayan and Marek are going to share with you the screen of the layout chart we are going to use today. Actually, this layout chart, we are going to use it only in our session. You are going to have it available for 1 more hour. And then afterwards, it's going to be, we are going to close it. And this process can help you really bring your question and explore whatever you want. When you're going to get the link, you're going to type your question here. It can be blah, 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 whatever question. Okay, you can just write it here. So you will have it in front of your eyes. And then before you start, I would like you to shuffle the card. This is the shuffle icon. Before you start, shuffle the icon. I didn't tell you, but we are going to use the coaching game. We are going to use the cards from the coaching game. So after you are going to write the question, you are going to choose a card and you are going to flip your card. I'm going to give you instructions after you will choose the card, how to expand your perspective about the card. The only thing I'm asking you, once you are choosing your card, I want you to notice what is the impact the card, the visual, or the title have on you. Just remember it, just feel it, whatever it is. It might be something that brings a smile or something that makes you angry, whatever it is, just remember it. You don't need to use the what's in your main insight yet. You will do it later. And here you have a place where you can also save the process. Again, we will do it later. And I think we are ready. So Mayan and Marek, let's share with them the link. Everyone, write your title. I think you are going to have, I don't know why it's not opening for me, a ribbon in green about the special sale that we are doing. You can close it, so you have a clean page. Please share with everyone the link. Write your question, choose your card, and I will give you the guidance, and we are going to start and interact about it. Please do it now. You have the link in the chat. Perfect. Click on it. Type your question. Shuffle the cards. Choose your card. Yeah, you can open the card but before you do it, again, click the icon of the shuffle and then choose your cards. Once you are shuffling the card, again, you bring your energy into it. Of course, there are options to choose the cards facing up. When you're looking at the card and choose the ones that talks to you, today, we are choosing the cards facing down. And if you don't like the card that you've got, you can reshuffle it, but I'm asking you, don't do it yet. First of all, let me guide you about the card, and then you decide if you want to stay with the card or if you want to switch it. And let's do it now. I would like you now to look at your card. And you know, something interesting, even though that the title, it's very small compared to the frame of the card, usually we look at the card, we get a glimpse of the visual, and then we are focusing only about the title. So I want you right now to hide the title, maybe even with your finger, or avoid it, and I want you to look only at the visual. The visual speaks to our intuition, to our imaginations, to our emotions, and this is where magic can happen. I would like you to look at your visual from left to right, right to left, bottom up, like it's a piece of art. And I'm going to ask you a few questions about the card, and let's see where it will take you. First question is, what is your card made of? Details. Really tell yourself it is okay, here I have a sky, I have a bird, I have a leg or whatever. Just define what is the objects that you are looking at the visual. Now let's go a little bit deeper. I want you to ask yourself if you like your visual or if you don't like your visual. And more importantly, why? What's in this photo, in this image that really speaks to you? Or what's in this photo that makes you, that you don't connect to it too much? I don't understand the question. Didem, if you want, you can maybe wait a minute and maybe it will be clear in a few minutes, okay? Don't write in the insights, just write the question on the top of the screen. And for those of you who have some troubleshooting, Mark and Mayan will answer to you private, don't worry about it. I'm continuing. When you were looking at the photograph, I want you to ask yourself, what is the most significant detail in the photograph for you? Sometimes it can be something so small and tiny, but for some reason, this is where your attention goes to, and why? What's in this small detail that really resonates in you? That really maybe connect to your question and to your theme? Another question about your image, it's if it's colorful, if it's monochromatic, if it's black and white. And again, how does it relate metaphorically to your issue? One more question, if you know the card, the visual, it's only one frame out of endless possible frames that the photographer chose. I want you to imagine with yourself what happens if you expand your perspective about the frame. If you look on the right side, on the left side, beyond the frame, above, what do you think is the situation over there? If you can just invent to yourself, who are there? Are there more people around? Maybe there are sounds or smells or tastes that comes when you look at the photo. Perfect. And again, last question, how does this photo, this image connect to you, to your life, to your theme, to the reflection that you chose to reflect on? How does it connect or not? And now I want you to look also at the title. Let's expand our point of view about the title. The title speaks to our left brain. It's bring out all of our drawers in our logic mind. But we can play with it as well. First of all, I would like you to see which letters your title is made of. Maybe there are other words that you can make out of your letters. What happens if you add the word no before your title? Or if you add the word and before your title? And two more questions. One is, what is the opposite of your title for you? What will be your opposite? And the last question, how this title connects to your life, connects to the theme that you brought to the session today, connects to the reflection and the observations that you are making or not. And for some of you, it might be already clear. For some of you, it's going to get clearer and more as we move along. So we got to the stage where we are going to give you some time to work together in small group of 3 and 4 participants. In a few minutes, Mayan and Mark are going to divide you into breakout rooms. We are going to try to put you newcomers with tribe members, so you will have a chance to play with each other. And again, we are choosing people from all over the world to have the chance of the diversity, to speak with someone from the other side of the world. Sometimes it's mind-blowing. And in this 12 minutes where you are going to walk in the group, what you are going to do, each one of you are going to decide for yourself who is going to be the first one. Each one of you are going to have something like 2-3 minutes maximum to share about yourself, whatever you want. You don't have to share about yourself, but to share about your theme, about your issue, and about the question that you chose. You can share your screen with everyone, share with them your question, share with them your card, share with them your interpretation of the card, the title or the visual, and then let the other participants relate to your card. And participants, I'm inviting you to be generous. Again, to remember that it's your responsibility to create a safe space to each other. So after the first person is sharing about their card, ask them questions, help them to understand. And if you have any observation about the image, about the card, something that might be important, say it. Even if it's not easy, even if they maybe will not like it, doesn't matter. I want you to be brave. I want you to be authentic and to be intuitive. You will not believe something. Sometimes something you will say can really change their point of view completely. So say it, and at the same time, be gentle and create a space for each other to really be. So we are going to do it popcorn style. The first person will share. Please be considerate about the time because you have only 12 minutes for all the group to share. So keep the time and enjoy. We are going to come back in 12 minutes and then I will guide you. We are going to continue and we have exciting things ahead. So see you in 12 minutes and enjoy the process. And I'm inviting you also to be authentic and to bring yourself when you are sharing. Allow yourself to go a little bit from where you are used to. Really allow yourself to open up, to bring something that you are dealing with. If you will open your heart and allow yourself to bring it, you will get a lot from it. See it for yourself. Enjoy. See you in 12 minutes. Mayan and Marek, let's do it. Thank you. Okay, no. Great. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a meaningful conversation in your breakout rooms. You're going to have time later to continue. Before we move forward in our process, this is your time to take a moment, take a deep breath, go back to your process and to write down your main insight from this card that you've got. Just write it down in your card, in your digital process. What is the most significant insight you are taking away so far from your card? Maybe it was something that you mentioned, something that somebody told you in the group. Take the time and just write it down. And after you are writing it down in your digital process, just click the save process so you can download it, because soon we are going to continue with another card and another question. So just write it down, your main insights, 3, 4, 5 sentences, and we're going to move forward. Perfect. Okay, good. So now we are going to move forward with the process. You were asking one question about the issue you wanted to reflect on. Now it's time to choose a new question. And now I would like you to find a question that is aiming more to the future, towards to the potential. What needs to happen in order for this to change? What do I want to invite? Whatever you want, take your time, 2-3 minutes, and find a relevant question that will help you explore your theme, your issue even more. And just write it down in your new process, in your new digital process. Write down your new question. If you want to get a feedback about your question, you can just write it here in the chat, and we can help you make it more precise. It needs to be short, needs to be clear, open questions, and something about the future regarding your issue you want to reflect on. Great. And now when you are ready, you are going to choose a new card. Again, reshuffle the cards. in the same way, exactly the same, go to the same process, make sure that you save the process. If you saved it, you have your previous process saved on your computer, on your iPhone. Rewrite your new question in the process, shuffle the cards, choose a new card, make the connection, observe your card, look at the photo. You like it, you don't like it. Why you like it or you don't like it. Yes, Marek and Mayan, can you please resend the link? Here is this. Here you can find the new link. Okay. So click on it, write your new question, choose your new card. And in 2-3 minutes, we are going to continue working with the new group. I would like you also to observe the title, look at your title. What happens if you add the word no before your title? What is the opposite of your title? And one very important observation to reflect on, it's the connection between your first card and your second card. Are there any connection? Maybe they have the same colors. And then what does it mean to you? How does it connect to your issue? Maybe they have the same objects. Maybe they have a complete objects. In one, you can see legs, on the other one, you see hands. I don't know. I would like you with yourself to reflect on the connection between your both cards and see what they are resonating and how they are connecting to your issue and to your questions. Perfect. Mayan and Marek, we are going to divide you into a new group. You are going to have a chance now to meet new people, also from different parts of the world. And the same instruction, whoever feels ready can go first and share with the group your new question, your new photo. If you want, you can talk also about your previous cards and questions. Share with the group, but give them enough time to relate to you. Give them enough time to also ask you questions and maybe suggest an observation. It's your responsibility as a group to make sure that everybody is sharing and also to create a safe space for everyone to show up and to bring yourself. I'm crossing my fingers that you will take the stage. When it's your time to share, take it all the way and go a little bit further than you are used to and see what happens. If you don't like your cards, by the way, it's a very good thing, I have to tell you, before you switch it. Okay, thank you, Lillian, for your message. It's a very important message. Thank you. First of all, if you don't like your card, if you don't understand it, if you don't connect to it, you can always reshuffle and choose another card. You can always do it. But I want you to understand, sometimes the cards that we don't like, the cards that we don't understand, the cards that are too heavy for us to deal with, these are exactly the cards that are coming from our blind spot, from the areas that we are not used to. And sometimes they can really bring a significant insight and drop the penny. So my suggestion, don't replace the card yet, Lillian. Maybe wait until you work with the group, until you share with the group. Maybe something will happen with the card and you will see it differently. But again, be authentic and connect with yourself. If you want to replace it, replace it. Mayan and Marek, let's divide them into a new group. You're going to have 12 minutes and we are going to bring you back afterwards. So enjoy the process. See you in 12 minutes. Hello everyone, welcome back. Before we are going to do like a closure for the whole session, please, it's your time to write in your process, digital process, your main takeaway from this card, from this question. Write it down for yourself. What are you taking with you about this card? It could be the card itself, something you said, something somebody said to you in the group, whatever in this. Okay. And we are going to do in a few minutes a closure for the whole process. Before that, I want to give you time if you would like to share anything, if you want to ask a question, professionally, personally, whatever you want, you have a few minutes for your time. You can just unmute yourself and ask a question, share, freestyle. So who would like to take the stage? Please.
All right, I'll take the stage, Yaron. Thank you so much. I thank you, first of all, for the session. It was really beautiful, and I think we touched on a lot of subjects. I think there were tears and a lot of emotion in the conversation that we had today. One of the things that I've learned through this process, and I thank you for the gift, because I think experiences like this are a gift to us and to others. And one of the things that I'm dealing with is an ill grandmother who is 90 years old. So she's coming to the end of her journey. And so the question that I asked was, can death become a beautiful part of the journey? And it certainly can. It certainly can, because it's about celebrating the life that this beautiful person has had. Although it's very hard to accept the loss of someone that we deeply love, I have never experienced it. So I'm educating myself in this topic to learn a lot more. In this facilitation and having the conversation in the two separate sessions really helped me open my eyes, be very vulnerable, and hear from the team as well. So there were some great things shared. And so for me, it was just such a gift today to talk about this, even though it's such a taboo subject sometimes. So very grateful for it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paula, for bringing this taboo issue. And we almost cannot speak and talk and share about this. It's so challenging and emotional. And thank you for taking the space and for being willing to look at it in such a beautiful way. Thank you for that.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, anybody else would like to share, ask question, feel free.
Hi, my name's Wilhelmina.
Hi.
I also want to say thank you so much. This is a gift. Being able to participate in this and all the work you've done to structure it in ways that invites us to get into those little nooks and crannies that we like to put under the bed. The comment about death resonated with me. I wasn't thinking about death of another person, but my question was like how to get myself on board, meaning, and not let the stuff get in the way first. And it resonated with me from the comment that was just made by Paula, that it's like deaths of parts of me that really don't necessarily they served a purpose, but they don't attach to me and offer any use anymore. And to let go of that is like honoring whatever was in our past life, our upbringing, our relationships, and allow like newness. It's just like springtime. And my two cards, one was timing, and then the second one for the future, the one that came up was fear. And it's a picture of a doll, and it's spattered with mud, and it's not very attractive. And but there was a lot of like tears and loving involved in caring for that little doll. And I just thought, oh, it's the kind of card you think, oh, I don't want to see it. And then it's like, oh, exactly. And then that's what lets go. So yeah. So, okay. That's just, I guess you said freestyle. That's my freestyle.
Freestyle, amazing freestyle.
Okay.
Thank you. And I have to tell you, I noticed you a few times during the session, your face, smiling. I felt your energy. And thank you for bringing it to the group, probably that you were sharing with. So thank you very much for showing
You're
up.
so welcome. You're so welcome.
Yes, anybody else would like to share? Freestyle.
Yes, Yaron.
Yes.
Something funny happened to me.
Good.
In both groups, I did not have a chance to talk. I mean, not to share my cards or anything, but I had the chance to ask questions to the people I was with. And in past months, I've been very busy with work, very busy with a lot of things in my mind. And with these 2 brief sessions where I got the chance to ask things and to see the reaction in the people I was working with, it helped me a lot to discover in myself that I still got it and I'm in the right path, in the right path on helping others. Thank you, Yaron, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Humberto, and I'm very happy that you took the chance to share and to speak up here. I think it's a very important observation that you had, that in both 2 groups, you didn't take the stage from different reasons, doesn't matter why. In the end, you didn't get your chance to bring yourself. First of all, I'm happy that you are doing it here now, and thank you very much for making the connections with yourself. Thank you, my friend. Anybody else? Last person?
I want to share.
Yes, Brenda.
Well, hi, Wilhelmina, and thank you for all the people that was involved in the breakout rooms. I am amazed about how in a very short time we can get a lot of gifts.
Yeah.
The concepts, the questions, the cards itself, they were to me like, it's not magic, I know, but I'm just amazed. And from today, I just want to thank you. That point of view is like a surprise in every minute, literally in every minute. And related with the death concept, I think that the death is life. And if we appreciate those minutes where we can be in contact with wonderful people, we can do that in a daily basis with others. And thank you for that.
Thank you, Brenda. I also relate to that because it's amazed me also every time the things that happens, the magic or however you call it. And I just want to add, it's not only about the connection with other people. I think this connection happens because we allow ourselves to, first of all, be connected with ourselves. And I think this magic happens because you, Brenda, also brought something with you and allowed other participants as well to feel it and to connect to it. And thank you for sharing. I would love to hear all of you, but we need to wrap it up. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to write down in the chat or to say out loud, not yet, what is the most, what are you taking with you in a sentence? Before that, I want to tell you that, first of all, thank you for coming. Some of you are completely new. Some of you are tribe members. For those of you who are new to Points of View, it's all about personal development, personal transformation with our tools, with our workshop. This is the space, the place. If you are in a transition period, if you really want to make a breakthrough and to break patterns and to take your life to a different place, this is where you can do it. And for those of you who are professionals who are looking to expand your toolkit with experiential tools, to work with photographic, therapeutic photography, with phototherapy, this is what we are doing. For those of you who have a calling to become a Points of View facilitator and to facilitate our workshop globally, I'm inviting you to have a meeting with Shani, with one of our team members, where we can learn more about your work, your dreams, and let's dream together and let's make a magic together. So I think Shani will share probably in the chat here her Calendly, and you will get also an email afterwards. We would really love to meet with you and to see how we make beautiful things together. And the last thing to tell you, I don't know if you know this, maybe you know this orange ribbon on your webpage. We have a launch, we just launched our new spaces, our Tribe platform, and we have a new digital place where you can play online with our tools, a new website, and we have a special launch offer of 50% off on our tools. We never had this sale before, and we are not going to have any sale like this in the future. So if you don't have one of our tools, if you didn't attend the workshop yet, this is your chance to get it in a very, very special price. You will get a link later, don't worry about it. Before we wrap it up, please, if you want to say out loud in a word or in a sentence, or you can write it down in the chat, what are you taking with you from today's session? One word, maximum one session, just write it down. Or say it out loud, it's also great. Learn to trust, great. Awareness, trust, connection. Trust the process, yes, our favorite sentence in Points of View. I'm in transition and it's okay. Wow, you are right. meaningfulness, thanks, beautiful, joy, way to joy, new points of view, trust myself, joy, clarity. Wow, beautiful, insight. Yes, points of view team, Mayan, Marek, Shani, Leo, you want to share also your takeaway from today? Maybe in a sentence, in a word to say something? You can just unmute yourself. Yes, Mayani?
Just want to say that I love my tribe and I'm so glad to see you here. And thank you for the time and for your sharing.
Thank you, Mayanush. Marek, you want to say something?
Just a big thank you, and to say that all the sharings in the chat, in the group, are like heart opening and warming, and thank you for everyone for being here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Points of View team, for this beautiful work. Thank you for everyone who attended. We love you. We are looking forward to meet you face-to-face, online. I'm going to be in New York next month. I think I'm going to meet some of you face-to-face in our Turning Point program. I know some of you are going to go to Poland. So I'm really looking forward to give you a big, big hug. Love you. Lots of love from Israel. Bayush, Shalom, Salamat, Arigato.
Adios.
Adios. Besos. Yes. Bye, Brenda.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Adiós, adiós.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Adios.
Thank
Besos. Yes. Thank you.
Merci. Au revoir.
Merci. Au revoir.
Mulțumesc, la revedere!
La revedere. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Love you. Thank you very, very much for paying it forward. Excuse me?
До побачення. До побачення.
До побачення. Yes. Bye, everyone. Love you. See you soon, face to face. Bye-bye.